It's the commencement of a new month and the next half of the year is upon us. My name is Pakwesi Shandov. Welcome to the AM News here on the AM Show. So, very first story, former President John Dramani Mahama says that he would ensure the minority in Parliament kicks against any non-concessionary loans presented by Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. According to him, the National Democratic Congress will no longer allow government to borrow excessively. Mr. Mahama was speaking at the launch of a think tank, Think Ghana, on the theme Ghana's Debt Burden, Reflections and Solutions. Samuel Mbura has more in this report.
The former president, who was speaking at a launch of a think tank, Think Progress Ghana, said government used the country's revenue streams as collateral for loans and has nothing to show for it. In view of this, the NDC will not take part in what he refers to as the destruction of the country by the government.
This government has collateralized almost all revenue streams and is seeking to collateralize more, including our gold royalties, under the dubious Ejapa deal. In view of the above, we in the NDC cannot lend support to the 1 billion syndicated loan agreement, and our MPs are poised to oppose and vote against it in Parliament. We wish to serve notice going forward that the NDC in Parliament will not support any further non-concessionary borrowing or loans that are not project-specific with clear and unambiguous terms of the benefit to our nation. We will not partake in the destruction of the Ghanaian economy, which this government appears so bent on doing.
He suggests the finance minister be sacked and a ministerial reshuffle be carried out.
Meanwhile, it will serve the president well to use some items from the presidential toolkits in times of crisis such as this. There's a toolkit with some items in it that presidents can use when they are faced with this kind of crisis. The first is he should address the nation and explain the situation in which we are and rally the support of the citizens behind any economic program that he wants to put forward. The second is he should fire his finance minister. And the third is he should conduct a major shake-up of his government to remove all the many dead woods that have turned ministries into their kingdoms. And then finally, he should huddle with the best brains of this country to formulate a comprehensive recovery plan for our economy. Many of the ministers who have superintended over ministries that are non-performing have some political links with the president, and therefore it makes it impossible for him to remove them from their positions, even when he himself can see that some of those ministers have presidential ambitions. And I mean, it should be easy for you to remove them so that they can concentrate on their presidential ambitions.
The raging IMF debate to go or not go, Mr. Mahama believes the MPP does not want to go for a bailout because of their previous mockery of his government.
The Akufo-Addo administration knows this too well, but political posturing, empty grandstanding, and a morbid fear of their own pedestrian politicking around less serious problems of the recent past have immobilized and frozen them into action. Inaction which continues to run our economy aground and worsening the living conditions of our people by the day. And with this, I'm referring to their criticism of my administration when we decided to go to the IMF. They said it's only lazy governments that go to the IMF. And I mean, the words they said in that past have come to haunt them. So one of the reasons why they're afraid to go to the IMF is that what they said in the past will follow them.
The Think Progress think tank is expected to research and analyze policies of the government in the interest of the public. Samuel Mbura reporting for Joy News.
More on this later on the show when we host Felix Kwachi Ofosu.